Thank you for clicking on my video chronicling my journey from Milngavie up to Fort William on the West Highland Way. Hope you enjoy it. Right, well, I've arrived at the start of the West Highland Way just as the school kids were kicking out. So after 9 hours of travelling, it all got a bit manic there. But I'm here, I'm starting, and I've got 5 miles to do today and 96 miles to do in total. So yeah, going from Milngavie to Fort William, wild camping, onwards. Very quickly out of Milngavie. It's a very peaceful area, but it is quite busy. There's a lot of dog walkers. I can understand why. They're really beautiful. It's 20 to 5. I'm probably going to walk for another hour and then I'll find somewhere to pitch up. It's weird. Wild camping is legal. Not used to this. So, not the most arduous walking I've ever done. About 5 miles, but I did do 9 hours on a train, so I have done something today. But there's quite a few places I saw to camp right beside the path, but then I saw this one, and that is where I'm camped. Just give you a spin round so you can see what this is like. Look at that. How cool is this? And just right, I'm going to try and point at it. There is where the path is. There's a little burn in the middle, so I'm a little bit away from people, but absolutely perfect. It has been really beautiful. Wasn't expecting it to be so beautiful so early. So hopefully this will continue, and hopefully this weather will as well. But anyway, I'm going to have a good night's kip. I'm planning to get up early, probably before 6. I like doing early morning walking and stopping in the afternoon. So it's the morning of day 2. The birdies are cheeping. It's just after 5:30 in the morning, and it got a bit cold at about 3-4 o'clock. That is frost on the inside of the tent. But I was toasty. Had a good night's sleep actually. So yeah, looking forward to day 2. Sun has already risen. Probably going to stop for a coffee in Drayman if I'm sensible. If I'm not, I won't. But first thing I've got to do is get myself out of this bed, which is so warm. I don't know if it's going to be cold. Oh well, joys of camping. I've been watching that sun rise over there, wondering if it had come down to defrost my tent. The answer was no. So, all packed up. It's 10 to 7 and I am going that way, which is good because that's sunny. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, all done, no trays left. Oh, that was a fox. I've heard a few of those overnight. Alright, off we go. We're walking for about 4 miles now. Got some tantalising views of the hills that I'll be walking, some of which I'll even be walking later today. But mostly it's been fields with sheep and a few walkers and cyclists, all of whom are very friendly. I've got 3 miles to Drayman, so yeah, it's all looking good. This may be road walking, but it's not particularly arduous, and it is very pretty. Believe it or not, that's an old quarry. Just coming up to Draymond now. Took a little bit of a detour into Draymond to a cafe that was recommended by my new best friend, the guidebook. Facilities, changed into shorts, bacon butty, a cup of tea. What more can a man ask for? Now I've got to go up Conic Hill, which is apparently the, well, everyone says it's a bit steep. We shall see. On my way up to Conic Hill. Just got off the guidebook because we just climbed up from Draymond, and now it says that, I've noticed ahead of us is what it says is the first real climb of the way. Still on the way up to Conic Hill. First full view of Loch Lomond. I think that might be Conic Hill over there. Not entirely sure, but the path seems to go that way. Coming round down from Conic Hill is more testing than going up, to be honest. Oh. I've just walked about 5 or 6 miles along Loch Lomond, and it all looks stunning, but it all does look relatively the same. I've actually just been walking with a Swiss bloke and completely lost track of time, to be honest. It's 3:30. I'm about a mile from my permitted campsite. So yeah, it has been absolute mill pond, as you can see. Been thoroughly enjoyable. The path's been easy. Navigation isn't a problem on this thing. Seem to be less people about now. There has been a lot of people, particularly around Conic Hill, but there seems to be a few less now. So, but it looks like I've got a slightly less wide bit coming up. So I better put this away before I fall on my arse. Well, 23 miles of the West Highland Way today, and I'm pitched up at a legal wild camping spot on Loch Lomond, as you can see. Not the best pitch I've ever put my tent up in. Lots of roots, even found some glass over there and lots of burnt stuff. Not a place I would choose, to be honest, but it's legal and I'm here. And I've got a beautiful view. It's been a lovely day. The last few miles have been really tough. Came across a woman carrying a 25 kilo pack who's only done, I say only, she's doing 7 miles today. And I saw her at about 6 and she looks spent. Right, welcome to day 3, which sees me walking from mile 25, just before Rowan, something like that, up to Craiglee, from mile 25 to mile 45. Last night sloped really well, despite my fear that I wouldn't. There was only supposed to be 5 permits for that campsite, and there was at least 8 tents, and some people were still talking at midnight, but I had earplugs, so it didn't really matter. Would I recommend it? Probably not. Too many people leaving toilet paper around. All the bad bits of the campsite were none of the good bits, as far as I could see. There's good, nice views across Loch Lomond, but yeah, I prefer wild camping on my own. It's obvious for that. But yeah, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. No other buggers around, just like I like it. Here you go. It's a fairly iconic war memorial. I've decided to take what's called the low path at Loch Lomond. It's just out of the camping restricted zone, and I've seen quite a few places that were better than the place I camped last night. So had I known, I would have probably pushed on, but in all honesty, last night another 2.6 miles without the knowledge of the fact that there was good camping sites. I don't know whether I could have faced that. At least I knew where I was camping last night. But if I was to do it again, I would definitely push on to the unrestricted zone. Thought I'd make a quick detour, not far off the trail, just to see what a bothy looks like. Luckily there's nobody in it, but this is a bothy, where you can sleep for free, as long as you leave it tidy. I say there was nobody in here. There was a mouse that went scurrying. I know it's early in the morning, it's still just 9:20. But considering how many people I saw yesterday, apart from one person leaving the youth hostel, I haven't seen anyone today. Nobody camping, nobody anything. So I would definitely wild camp along Loch Lomond though. That looked absolutely beautiful. But yeah, that was the bothy. Well, the section after Inver's Nade, I had not given enough respect to be honest. That was tough, that was up and down and all over the place. Thankfully now, it's opened up into a nice path. Rather worryingly, there's snow up there. This is being taken purely as a respite. I was wrong. The up and downy bit hadn't ended. I just got to lie on that island for a bit. Oh. After the false dawn of that meadow, I think I'm now finished with the ankle breaking, knee damaging section of the Loch Lomond part of the West Highland Way. Seriously not to be underestimated. This is the last long look at Loch Lomond. I got about a mile before what should have been lunch, but it's now 1:30, so late lunch. Oh. Just left Benglass Farm campsite and restaurant after having a jacket potato and a cheese and ham toastie. Waitress was slightly confused as to the fact that I'd ordered 2 meals and there was only one of me. I explained I was very hungry. So I'm all energised up to go. And I've just come round the corner and all I can see in front of me is very big hills. So I don't know where I'm going. Well, I'm following the path obviously, but I don't know where the path goes. About a mile to go to the place that I want to camp tonight. I was thinking about going further on, but to be honest, Loch Lomond and going along the banks of it's really taken it out of me. So I think I'll probably stick to the original plan. Good, isn't it? Oh, that's the end of day 3. Ended up being 22 miles. Probably some of the hardest miles I've ever walked along Loch Lomond. Really was hard. But this is the spot that I picked out as where I wanted to camp. I've got a bench. My tent is up. I've got a view. It's been a good day. Tomorrow we are forecast for rain on and off during the whole day, so that'll add something new. Don't think you can walk the West Highland Way without rain, so yeah. It'll be okay. I am tired though. Hence the unhealthy meal of crisps, cake and Snickers. I figure I ate enough at Benglass Farm. So, See you tomorrow. It's not a bad start to day 4 on the West Highland Way, is it? Look at that sunrise. Good night's sleep. Yeah, birds are up. Probably time for me to get up now. See a couple of campers already. Main topic of conversation is not if, but when the rain is arriving. Seems to be various options. Walk through it, hide from it, or hide in a cafe, or just take a rest day. I haven't quite decided what my plan is yet. See how bad it is, I think. Yeah, it's a good day so far. Make the most of what you got. What's the day without a little burn shot? I know you can hear the A81, but the alternative is climbing over these hills. And stunning as they are, I think I prefer the route that we're on. There's even snow on that one over there. You really are in the middle of nowhere. Coming up out of Treburn or something like that, I avoided the traditional green welly and went for Brodie's, partly because it's on the trail, but it also had everything I needed. But I'm going this way. Side the road for the moment, but apparently the track is level. Look at that for a fantastic view. Just go over the top of the road. We get to walk down there now. A little bit blowy, getting a little bit colder, rain due in about half an hour. A lot of people already wearing waterproofs and looking very hot. There is actually Highland cattle over there, whether you can see them or not is another issue. And look at the expanse of this countryside. It is just massive, and I can feel the rain in the air. Be along very shortly, but it hasn't arrived yet, and it's 10:20, so that's good. I'm going to remind myself to take a break today. There's a group of women, and it's very awkward as to whether you should walk with them, behind them. So I'm just taking a break, letting them get ahead. Doesn't take long. Look at that, even in the, I think we'll call it drizzle, not rain. There's Loch Tula. You said it in English, wasn't it? Right, I'm now up on Rannoch Moor, which as you can see is a moor. There are some other walkers around, but it's very desolate up here. We've been walking across Rannoch Moor for what seems like ages. It all looks, to be honest, much the same as each other. But apparently my campsite is about 50 yards that direction, so this will be interesting. This is the end of day 4, I suppose. Done 21 miles, ended up exactly where I wanted to be. I would show you my camping pitch, but it's pissing down outside and I'm not going outside. So you'll have to either wait until the morning or wait until it starts raining. It doesn't look like happening anytime soon. But I'm in here, it's dry, and it's actually been a good day. Wet weather gear did its job. Everything that should be dry is dry, everything that should be wet is wet. It's 3:45 in the afternoon, so I'm going to have a bit of a chilled out time, I think. Whoa, welcome to the morning of day 5. And this is where I camped last night. I didn't show you it last night because it didn't stop raining until about 9 o'clock. But there's my tent. There's the ruin that offered me some protection. As you can see, I am in the middle of a bleeding nowhere. Look at that. Quite surprisingly, I got a really good night's sleep. Tent held up really well. One drip of water came in after about 4.5 hours of solid rain, so I don't think I can complain too much of that. And it didn't even hit the floor. I saw it and caught it. But yeah, gonna get some breakfast, gonna get on the way. Apparently the weather's supposed to improve. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, relatively short day today, perhaps just under 20 miles. And tomorrow's weather's looking really good for the walk down into Fort William. So all looking good at the moment. Gonna get some brekkie. All packed away. No trace of where I was. As always, leave no trace. I'm really glad that I got to see the moor without rain. I know it's got low cloud, but it is really quite stunning up here. I've got to climb up to the top of the rise and then down into Glencoe and King's House. But yeah. Compared to yesterday, when I was tired legs and it was raining, this is absolutely glorious. Look at the waterfall. Gotta have a waterfall shot. We're in Scotland. Really, it may not look it, but it's actually quite warm. So much more enjoyable than last night, but I'm glad I got to see it in the rain. But it's a bit nicer without the rain. Just coming down into King's House now. Just come over the rise. Unfortunately, I'm too early for a bacon butty at the Glencoe Ski Resort. It is quite wild out here and beautiful. Now, just after King's House, a combination of low cloud and sun trying to come through truly is making it all magical. Just enjoying this bit of flat road before something called Devil's Staircase. I would like to say I'm halfway up Devil's Staircase, but I've just seen some walkers up there, which leads me to believe I'm nowhere near halfway up Devil's Staircase. Slow and steady wins the race. Right, I don't care if the audio is rubbish. That is the Devil's Staircase. See those cars right down there? That's where I've just come from. Look at the view though. Leaving Loch Lomond after having a very nice steak and ale pie at the tail race, and was treated to another Scottish experience. There's a Celtic Rangers match going on and it was quite lively in there, and I've got no interest in football, but if I had, I would certainly not have been supporting Rangers in that pub. But there we go. Right, got about 7 miles to go to the place that I'm hoping to camp tonight. As the last stretch from Loch Lomond to Fort William is 15 miles, and it doesn't sort of fit in with the previous stretch. In the afternoon there's nobody on it. You can see there is nobody about. The only people who are attempting this section at this time of day are wild campers. Last 5 or 6 miles, no people, no phone reception. Quite rocky ground, very aware that if I slipped and twisted my ankle or something, it could be a while before anyone found me. Getting a bit tired at about 19 miles now. That's how quiet it is. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Nice view up towards the hills, bit of a breeze coming through. Quite a few of the wild camping spots have got detritus around them. This one hasn't, and it's reasonably good. So there's no dead branches above me or anything like that. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It's been a tough day, 5. Tougher than I was expecting. I think Devil's Staircase first thing, took it out. And coming out of Loch Lomond isn't an easy walk. Miraculously, I've now got 4G coverage on my phone, so I can call my wife, which is really handy. But yeah, never fails to deliver, the West Highland Way. I'm going to get some grub and get some kip. See you on a very, very, very short day 6. I think I've only got about 8 miles to do, so we'll see how that goes. Turns out I was really in luck last night. Tent is completely dry, which is always useful. Means I can get it down this morning and not have to worry until I get home. So yeah, really good night's sleep last night. Best night's sleep I've had. So I'm just making some breakfast and preparing myself for the short walk down to Fort William. Didn't even set an alarm last night, but still woke up at 6 o'clock. There you go. I won't be sorry not to hear a cuckoo again. I don't know if you can hear it, but they are getting on my nerves. There we go. Lovely view this morning. Bit of low cloud on the hills. Always pretty. Breakfast. So, last day. A little bit sad, really. But leave no trace, apart from a bit of flattened ground. And onwards and upwards into Fort William. Then I get to see my mates John and Pam, which will be good fun for a couple of nights before journey home. Couldn't have asked for better conditions to take the tent down in. Perfectly dry. Probably the first time on this camp, actually, even the ground sheet. So yeah, onwards and upwards. The advantage of being up early before everyone else is you can enjoy all this all to yourself. Scottish Highlands. Down into Fort William. We're going to be passing along Glen Nevis Glen. You can see Ben Nevis in the background. And down there you can see the start of civilization and a lone dead tree. Well, I didn't manage long on that road walking. I saw in my guidebook there's a alternate route to the end called the Cow Hill Circuit from Braveheart car park, which is what I've taken. And in comparison to the road walking, I think we can all agree this is far better, if it did mean climbing up a hill. Only about a mile or so to go now to the iconic photo and video of the man sitting on the bench, which I believe marks the official end of the West Highland Way. Looking forward to a shower. Right, that's it. The end of the West Highland Way. This gentleman marks the official end of it. So there you go. That's me at the end of the West Highland Way. 90 odd miles, 5 days, wild camping, thoroughly enjoyable. Would recommend it to anyone. Right, now I'm off to climb another bloody hill to get to my mate's house. So there we go. Might have a cup of coffee first. It's been great, really has. It's an easy trail to follow. It's wonderful scenery. Wild camping in Scotland as compared to England will blow your mind. Lovely people, easy to get food. It's just, yeah, do it. However you do it, whether you do luggage carriers, backpacking, wild camping, campsites, bunkhouse, whatever, do it. It's worth doing. If you like this video, there'll be more along shortly, so please like, please subscribe. For now, keep safe.